Hope you're having a good weekend. I'm Tony Bruschi. Here's another Week in Review segment, some of our best segments of this last week. Want to weigh in on the topic at hand? You can call 24/7, 888-5KILLER, 888-554-5537. Let's go to this segment.
This is the Hidden Killers Podcast with Tony Bruschi.
The double murder trial of Alec Murdaugh's obviously captivated our attention. Stands accused of killing his wife Maggie, their son Paul. But as the trial has unfolded, another legal battle has been brewing in the background. It's a battle to keep the millions that Maggie left behind in the family and out of reach from Alec's creditors and victims. The story of Maggie's estate is a complicated one, but we're going to go through it right here. The remote island town home Moselle, it's been the center of this battle. After nearly 2 years of legal wrangling, the estate has finally been settled in a complex deal. Moselle will be sold, and the millions divided between their surviving son Buster, the victims, and creditors when the deal is executed next month. Documents obtained from Georgetown County Probate Court in South Carolina reveal that Maggie's estate was valued at $4,309,057.77. In her will, drafted in August of 2005, Maggie left everything to her husband, Alec. A vast majority of the estate was tied up in Moselle, where Maggie and Paul, of course, met their tragic end on June 7th of 2021. But Maggie was not living at Moselle at the time of her death. A close friend spoke to the Daily Mail and revealed that Maggie had been residing at the family's beach house at Adesto Island and had been considering divorce. The testimony shed light on the troubled marriage between Alec and Maggie, revealing the strain caused by Alec's addiction to opioids and the threats of ruinous lawsuits and suspicion of infidelity. In December of 2016, Alec transferred ownership of Moselle to Maggie for $5 and love and affection, quote unquote. But receivers brought it in to represent the interests of Alec's creditors, and victims argue that the transfer was a fraudulent scheme to shield the estate from potential lawsuits. Alec has been charged with close to 100 financial crimes, including embezzling law firm fees and depriving victims of settlement money. Immediately after Moselle was put up for sale in February of 2022, Alex filed a qualified disclaimer renouncing his inheritance, meaning that the proceeds would go to surviving son Buster instead of creditors and victims. The sale of Moselle was delayed for almost a year due to the legal battle over who was entitled to those proceeds. But after the protracted legal battle, the fate of Maggie's millions was finally settled recently. Buster will receive $530,000, while the balance of the proceeds will be divided between the families of the victims for the boating accident caused by Paul. Morgan Daughtry, Miley Altman, and the Beach family received those. The settlement will be executed in March of 2023 when the sale of Moselle is completed, after the battle for Maggie's millions will finally come to a close. But there is a strange twist to this story, as there is with most Murdaugh things. Maggie Murdaugh, her will was changed with a handwritten scroll that was neither dated nor initialed by Maggie herself. In the original document, Maggie named her sister, Marion Proctor, as her personal representative, meaning that Proctor would oversee the execution of Maggie's wishes following her death. But in the will that was obtained by the Daily Mail, Proctor's name had been struck out and Randolph Murdaugh, father-in-law, handwritten in place. Seems legit, right? Randolph died 3 days after Maggie on June 10th, 2021, but rather than reinstating Proctor as a state representative, both Alec and Buster signed documents nominating John Marvin. An affidavit filed by Proctor shows that she was not aware that Maggie had named her personal representative, nor that her name had been crossed out. The inclusion of Randolph's name in Maggie's will has been added to the mystery surrounding the Murdaugh family and their finances. According to a source close to the family, Randolph was known to be difficult and controlling of a figure who was a major impact in the lives of both Alec and Maggie. So it's revealed that Randolph made a number of loans to Alec to help keep his law firm afloat, but these loans had come with strings attached. Randolph was known to have exerted that great deal of control, remember. And it's believed that his involvement in Maggie's will may have been an attempt to maintain control of her estate after her death. The source also claimed that Randolph was aware of Alec's financial troubles and had threatened to cut him off if he did not clean up his act. This may have been a factor in the decision to transfer ownership of Moselle to Maggie, as well as the inclusion of Randolph's name in her will. All speculation, though. Despite the mystery surrounding the Murdaugh family and their finances, the legal battle over Maggie's estate has finally come to a close. The sale of Moselle will be completed on March 8th. The proceeds going where we had just stated. As we continue to sit in the courtroom, the exclusive details of Maggie's estate and the troubled relationship between Alex and Maggie continue to captivate the nation. And in the end, it's only those two who truly know what their relationship was. The story of the Murdaugh family is certainly one of wealth, secrets, tragedy, and a story that's likely to continue to be told and unfold for years to come.
This is the Hidden Killers Podcast with Tony Bruschi.
Be sure to press subscribe wherever you download podcasts so you don't miss any of our updates on this case and the many cases that we are following for you right here with Hidden Killers and True Crime Today. My name is Tony Bruschi. Thanks for listening.